This is the Creality Smart Box. They sent this out to me for review to check it out. What it does is it's kind of like if you had a Raspberry Pi with Octoprint, but it makes it simpler. You connect it to your printer via an app, and you have this little camera, and you can monitor your prints, print remotely, do all the stuff from your printer that you normally have to do when you're at your printer, but it's all remote. It comes this very nice and small little box. It's actually kind of nice how small it was. It's no bigger than a credit card. You also get your SD card and an adapter for whichever printer you're running. These very high quality cables. I'm kind of surprised how high quality the cables were. And then here's the camera. We'll get more into the cameras later. Yeah, here are those cables again. Super high quality. Then there's the box itself. It looks really nice. There's that camera. So you need to have a 2.4 volt 5 amp power adapter for the actual Creality box itself, so keep that in mind. And it's not included. So once you get everything plugged in, you're going to want to plug it into your printer. It was kind of tight for me. So after everything's plugged in, there's going to be indicator lights on the front of it. There's a little camera setup. I'll do that more later. But on the app, you just have to hit add it, and then you can do Bluetooth. I chose to do the QR code. So there it is, processing the QR code. Now I select my internet. You have to use a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so keep that in mind. I didn't know that at first. So here's the connecting. This is the 2.4 gigahertz. I made sure to switch that over. The first couple times I did it, it was not when it connected to my internet, no matter what I did. I tried moving the box from my room, getting it closer to my actual router. I have a booster in the same room as this is in, so it's weird that I was getting internet connection issues. As you can see again, failed to connect. I followed the manual, and I even contacted Creality about what was going wrong. So in the meantime, I tried using Ethernet, and that seemed to get it to connect. So after running through the Ethernet steps, which are pretty much the same but slightly different, see it's sitting here loading. My phone froze here for a second, but after it caught back up, I was able to connect to my device. At first, it did fail with Ethernet, but after retrying, I was able to get it connect, and there you can see, you can rename it. I forgot to name it, so it says Creality device. And then here's the app itself. You can do normal stuff you could on a desktop. You can slice models, you can upload models. It's like, think of a social media, but for 3D printing only. So it's like Instagram for 3D printing. You're gonna have different articles and groups. So the app itself is actually pretty cool, and it's actually pretty responsive. So after I slice my model, here we go with slicing it. This part was being weird, it was only to load. And then after I got it, I was able to hit print on my model. Then I selected my device. And it gives me a pop-up making sure all the settings are correct. So after I got everything set up, I was able to just hit print, and then you can see right there, it's heating up. It took a while for it to connect and heat up, but that's like any normal printer as well to heat up. So you're able to change your settings here, so I changed it to what I want. And here's the camera feed. It was not the most responsive, or the high quality, so the camera's something that could be improved on, but it gets the job done. So here I go to start my first print. I had to put some glue stick down because my bed was having some adhesion issues. I want you to notice here, I have a CR Touch, and it's not wanting to use it for auto bed leveling. It just homes normally, and then starts printing. Something I would like to see is the ability to use auto bed leveling. You can see my first layer wasn't amazing during this. So here is a sped up print. This is with the Creality app. And then here's where I had issues. Here are my Cura settings, are just the default settings. I alter them slightly, so pretty much basic. And then here are the exact same settings on the Creality Cloud app. This was the same filament, right after the other. This is Polymaker's Polylite PLA, and I was very shocked to see these results. So I tried reprinting, and my results only got worse. You'll see here in a second, I'll show the second print, but you can see side by side, there's a major difference from the same machine, same filament, same settings, exactly the same. Here's my second print, and it didn't even finish. It just randomly shut off. So again, you can see it's not want to use auto bed leveling for some reason. It just homes if it would normally without auto bed leveling. You have a lot of better leveling. This isn't a major issue, but for me and people that do, it's something nice to see. And when I started my first print, it put this huge gash in my bed because it tried to go further down than it actually could. And connection issues were the main thing. I could not get a connector for Wi-Fi for the life of me. And the camera never wanted to work. That clip you showed in the beginning, it did work a little bit. But as you can see, when it did work, it's not the highest quality, not very responsive. So I have the box set up temporarily to monitor my prints, but the actual cloud printing features aren't the best. What I would love to see from this in the future is better connectivity, because the connectivity on this was not good at all. I'm gonna be straight up. It kind of sucked. The camera itself could be improved, because for the kit, the normal Creality box is $20, but for the kit it's like $50, so you spend $30 for this camera, which isn't amazing, and I cannot get third-party cameras to work. I can only get their cameras to work. So overall, this product has potential. I think in the way it sits right now, I cannot safely recommend it to someone. I hope Creality sees this, and then they can improve off of this, because I do think the product itself has a lot of potential, but the way it sits right now, $50 is not worth it in my eyes. You're much better off just getting a Raspberry Pi and some sort of camera, or just not modding your prints at all. $50, I can't recommend this.